sounds like any night plans today are really what's in jeopardy with the system coming through.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially over southern Maine. I think if you're watching this from Bangor north, it'll be fine unless you're out real late. Even that, I just don't think it's going to be a big issue. Yeah, but we're just starting to get some snow hitting the ground here in Portland, although it's a little tough. There you go. I see a couple of flakes. A little tough. They're flitting around there and trying to saturate the air column, which we were having trouble doing earlier. So you can see it's looked like for hours there was snow over the Portland area, but in reality there wasn't until just recently. Did get some reports from our west-southwest of the snow starting to hit the ground there too. So this is the initial edge of this storm system, most of which will miss to our south. You can see down across Massachusetts, that's where the heavier precipitation is. We'll be on the northern fringe of this, but it will be cold enough that we'll be dealing with a snow event here that will accumulate this evening. So between, say, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock is when I expect a lot of us to just fill that snow in over the southern third or so of the state. By 8 o'clock, it looks like it's from Rockland due west to about Lewiston and into Freiburg, where we're seeing snow, the heaviest of which will be down to the Portland area and down to Portsmouth, New Hampshire as well. Eventually, by about midnight, this snow shield does extend probably to about Bangor. I'm a little skeptical that it will get north of there. This model does have that, but it could be just evaporating here and not really hitting the ground. So the more substantial snow will be south of there. At that point into the mid-coast parts of down East Maine, into the early morning hours tomorrow as temperatures drop. And if you wake up early enough tomorrow, you'll still see some snow along the coastline. And then we clear that out and temperatures start falling through the day. It's a bright day, one of those days with fresh snowpack where it's really kind of bluebird, but man, it is cold. Temperatures in the single digits in the mountains, teens along the coastline, and it's windy too. So the wind will continue to kick up and gets very cold on Saturday night, probably 10 to 15 below away from the coastline in the mountains, and around zero, if not a little bit below, all the way to the coastline here on Sunday morning. So as far as snowfall goes, 1 to 3 inches I think is still a good place to be. 3+ inches we did add down towards Sanford back into the Lakes region of New Hampshire. That's probably like a 3 to 5 deal. Even though we have a plus there, it's not infinite in an upward direction. North of Bangor, I think you get very little, but there could be an inch or a little bit less possibly there. So after a cold weekend, we've got another system coming in on Sunday night into early Monday. That's a weak little system, probably weaker than this, but another inch or two of snow into early Monday. So we've got these little tiny storms lining up. We are still well below average for snowfall. Did a little looking back. Isaac, our producer, asked me a question about snowfall last year, and it got me looking into the last couple of years. So it's been several years since we've had anything close to average snow. So this might be the year. I feel like even though we haven't had big storms, we're like living in the right zone to maybe have,
we're
a late surge.
having storms regularly.
Yeah, and
okay.
Right. And February and March have traditionally been really big for us, and April sometimes, but we won't speak about that. So yeah, a cold weekend, that fresh snowpack, a little bit more on Monday morning for the commute there. And we'll see what that plays out to be. It looks like an inch or two at this point. And then a bigger storm on Thursday. That'll likely be a mixer, which will remind us of the last few seasons where it's not a clean situation. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
All right, Keith.
Exactly.
Thank you.